Every morning holds a secret, a chance to rewrite the narrative of your life before the world even stirs. Imagine standing at the edge of a new dawn, where your words hold power and your thoughts can shape reality. What if I told you that the first whispers of your day could unlock blessings beyond your wildest dreams? Picture this. You rise, and instead of letting the chaos of life dictate your path, you take control. Can you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you? The doubts, the fears. What if you could transform them into a declaration of hope? Each word you speak is a thread in the tapestry of your existence. So, what will you weave today? As you step into this moment, consider the possibilities that lie ahead. With every breath, you can choose to uplift yourself and ignite a spark that resonates throughout your day. Think of the people you'll encounter. What if your blessings could ripple through them too? Stay with me as we explore the profound impact of speaking life into our mornings. Ready to discover the extraordinary? Let's dive deep into the power of your voice and the promise of a new beginning. The importance of morning prayer for spiritual and emotional well-being. You know, there's something magical about the early hours of the day, when the sun is just beginning to rise, casting a soft glow over everything. It feels like a perfect time for reflection and connection. For me, morning prayer has become a cornerstone of my daily routine. It's not just about reciting words. It's a deliberate moment where I pause and focus on my spiritual well-being. I often find that starting my day with prayer sets a positive tone, allowing me to approach the challenges ahead with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. The emotional benefits are undeniable. As I sit in silence, I can feel the weight of yesterday's worries begin to lift. It's like taking a deep breath and releasing all the tension that accumulates over time. This time for prayer helps me sort through my feelings, acknowledge my struggles, and seek guidance. It's a safe space where I can express my fears and hopes without judgment. I've noticed that on days when I skip this ritual, I tend to feel more scattered and anxious, as if I'm going through the motions without a grounding center. Moreover, morning prayer fosters a sense of gratitude that carries through my day. When I take a moment to acknowledge the things I'm thankful for, big or small, it shifts my perspective. Instead of focusing on what's lacking in my life, I remind myself of all the blessings I already have. This practice of gratitude isn't just beneficial for my spiritual life, it translates into emotional resilience. I'm better equipped to handle setbacks because I've trained my mind to look for the silver lining. I also find that morning prayer enhances my relationships. When I take the time to pray for the people in my life, it deepens my sense of connection with them. I'm reminded of the importance of compassion, kindness, and understanding. This intentionality helps me interact with others in a more meaningful way throughout the day. It's as if my heart expands with love and empathy, which allows me to engage more fully with the world around me. Lastly, integrating morning prayer into my routine has become a non-negotiable part of self-care. It's like a mental and spiritual tune-up. Just as I would prioritize exercise or healthy eating, I recognize that nurturing my spirit is equally important. This commitment to my well-being has fostered a sense of peace that permeates my life, helping me navigate the ups and downs with grace. How personal blessings impact self-esteem and confidence. When I think about personal blessings, I realize they play a significant role in shaping my self-esteem and confidence. Each blessing, whether it's a small triumph or a significant achievement, serves as a reminder of my worth and capabilities. When I acknowledge these blessings, it's as if I'm giving myself permission to recognize my own value. This process of self-affirmation is crucial in a world that often tries to undermine our self-image. By actively reflecting on my personal blessings, I've noticed a remarkable shift in how I perceive myself. There are days when I struggle with self-doubt, but when I take a moment to list my accomplishments, no matter how minor, they start to accumulate in my mind. It's a powerful exercise that reinforces my belief in myself. I begin to see the thread of resilience and strength that runs through my life experiences, which in turn boosts my confidence. Another aspect of this is the way blessings can inspire action. When I recognize how far I've come, it motivates me to continue pushing forward. I become more willing to step out of my comfort zone and embrace new challenges. This newfound confidence stems from a deep understanding that I am capable of overcoming obstacles. Each blessing reinforces my ability to face whatever comes my way, making me more resilient in the face of adversity. Moreover, sharing these blessings with others creates a ripple effect. When I talk about what I'm grateful for, it not only uplifts my spirits, but also encourages those around me to reflect on their own blessings. This communal aspect of recognizing personal achievements fosters a supportive environment where we can all celebrate each other's successes. It's a beautiful reminder that confidence can be contagious. Ultimately, I've learned that cultivating a mindset focused on personal blessings transforms my relationship with myself. It shifts the narrative from one of criticism and self-doubt to one of appreciation and empowerment. By continuously acknowledging my blessings, I can face each day with a stronger sense of self-worth, ready to tackle whatever comes my way. #2. Techniques for formulating positive affirmations and blessings. Crafting positive affirmations has become one of my favorite tools for personal growth. It's almost like writing a love letter to myself, filled with encouragement and kindness. I've learned that the words I choose hold immense power. By formulating affirmations that resonate with my goals and values, I create a daily mantra that uplifts my spirit. It's a simple yet profound practice that reshapes my inner dialogue. One technique I've found effective is to keep my affirmations in the present tense. Instead of saying, "I will be confident," I say, "I am confident." This subtle shift makes a world of difference. It's as if I'm affirming my current state rather than projecting it into the future. This approach helps me embody the qualities I aspire to possess, reinforcing the belief that I can indeed be that person right now. Another important aspect is specificity. Vague affirmations can feel empty, so I focus on concrete attributes or achievements. For instance, instead of saying, "I am successful," I might say, "I am proud of my ability to complete my projects on time and with creativity." This clarity gives my affirmations weight and meaning, making them more impactful in my daily life. I also incorporate visualization into my affirmation practice. As I recite my affirmations, I take a moment to visualize myself embodying those qualities. For instance, if I affirm that I am courageous, I imagine myself facing a challenge head-on with confidence. This mental imagery reinforces the affirmation, making it feel more tangible and achievable. It's a powerful combination that fuels my motivation. Lastly, I've found that consistency is key. I make it a point to repeat my affirmations daily, ideally during my morning prayer ritual. This regular reinforcement helps me internalize these positive messages over time. It's fascinating how, as I persist in this practice, I start to notice shifts in my mindset and behavior. The more I affirm my potential, the more I believe in it, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and confident life. The role of gratitude in transforming daily life. Gratitude has a transformative power that I've come to appreciate deeply. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, focusing on what's lacking rather than what's abundant. Practicing gratitude shifts that focus and opens my eyes to the wealth of blessings around me. I've learned that this simple act can fundamentally change my outlook on life. Incorporating gratitude into my daily routine has become a vital practice. I often start my mornings by jotting down 3 things I'm grateful for. These can range from the warmth of my coffee to a meaningful conversation I had the day before. This intentional act helps me cultivate a mindset of appreciation, allowing me to start my day on a positive note. It's amazing how this small ritual can shift my perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Moreover, embracing gratitude has a ripple effect on my emotional well-being. When I focus on what I'm thankful for, I feel a rush of positive emotions. It's as if a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. This emotional boost helps me navigate challenges with a newfound resilience. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by obstacles, I find myself approaching them with a sense of calm and clarity. Gratitude also enhances my relationships. When I express appreciation for the people in my life, it strengthens our connections. Whether it's a simple thank you or a heartfelt note, acknowledging the kindness of others creates a positive feedback loop. I've noticed that by actively expressing gratitude, I foster an environment of mutual support and love, allowing our relationships to flourish. Lastly, I've discovered that gratitude can be a powerful tool for managing stress. In moments of anxiety or overwhelm, I take a step back and remind myself of the things I'm grateful for. This practice grounds me and helps me regain perspective. It serves as a reminder that even in challenging times, there are still reasons to be hopeful and appreciative. Gratitude, in its essence, becomes a lifeline that allows me to weather the storms of life with grace and positivity. The connection between prayer and manifestation of desires. The link between prayer and manifestation is an intriguing topic that has shaped my personal philosophy. I've come to realize that prayer is not merely a means of asking for what I want. It's a profound act of aligning my thoughts and intentions with my deepest desires. This connection has opened my eyes to the possibilities that lie ahead, allowing me to manifest my dreams actively. When I pray, I focus on the feelings associated with my desires rather than just the outcomes. For instance, if I'm hoping for a new job, I visualize how it will feel to be in that position, excited, fulfilled, and challenged. This emotional connection adds depth to my prayer, making it a powerful tool for manifestation. It's as if I'm sending out a vibration into the universe that aligns with what I truly seek. Moreover, I've learned that prayer is about surrendering control. It's easy to get caught up in the specifics of how I want things to unfold, but I've found peace in letting go of that need for control. By placing my desires in the hands of a higher power, I open myself up to unexpected opportunities that may be even better than I initially envisioned. This shift in mindset has been liberating, allowing me to embrace the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. I also integrate gratitude into my manifestation practice. As I pray for my examples of blessings for self-care and self-love. When it comes to self-care and self-love, I often find that crafting specific blessings can make a world of difference. It's easy to overlook ourselves in the hustle and bustle of daily life, but taking a moment to pause and offer blessings can remind us of our worth. I've discovered that a simple blessing such as, "May I honor my body and mind today," can shift my perspective. It's about acknowledging that I deserve care and compassion, just like anyone else. When I recite this blessing, it becomes a gentle reminder to treat myself with kindness. Another blessing I like to use is, "May I embrace my imperfections and celebrate my uniqueness." This one resonates deeply with me because, let's be honest, we all have those days when we feel less than perfect. By offering myself this blessing, I'm affirming that I am enough just the way I am. It helps to foster a sense of self-acceptance that can be transformative. I've learned that self-love isn't just about feeling good. It's about recognizing my worth and giving myself the grace I often extend to others. In addition to these personal blessings, I've found that incorporating affirmations into my blessings enhances my self-care routine. For instance, I might say, "May I nurture my mind, body, and spirit, cultivating peace and joy." This one serves as a gentle nudge to prioritize my well-being throughout the day. It allows me to focus on what truly matters and encourages me to engage in activities that uplift me. Whether it's taking a long walk, enjoying a good book, or simply meditating, this blessing serves as a guiding light. Another powerful blessing I often recite is, "May I attract positivity and release negativity." This helps to clear my mind of self-doubt and fosters an environment where self-love can flourish. By consciously choosing to let go of negative thoughts, I create space for more loving and empowering beliefs to take root. It's amazing how a simple shift in mindset can enhance my overall well-being. Finally, the blessing, "May I be gentle with myself, especially on tough days," has become a staple in my self-care practice. We all have days that challenge our spirit, and this blessing serves as a reminder to extend kindness to myself during those times. Rather than being overly critical, I allow myself to feel what I need to feel, and then gently guide myself back to a place of love and acceptance. It's a reminder that self-care isn't just about the good days, it's about nurturing ourselves through every season of life. Chat, the influence of positive mindset on interpersonal relationships. I've come to realize that a positive mindset can dramatically influence how I interact with others. When I approach my day with optimism, it seems to radiate outward, affecting everyone I encounter. I remember a time when I was feeling particularly upbeat, and it was contagious. People responded to my energy with smiles and warmth, and that exchange uplifted both me and them. It's fascinating how a simple shift in my outlook can transform my interactions. Conversely, I've noticed that a negative mindset can create barriers in my relationships. There were days when I felt bogged down by stress or self-doubt, and it showed. I would catch myself snapping at loved ones or withdrawing from social situations altogether. Reflecting on those moments, I understand now that my internal state can set the tone for my interactions. Acknowledging this connection has motivated me to cultivate a more positive approach, not just for my own well-being, but for the sake of my relationships. Another aspect of a positive mindset is the way it encourages open communication. I've found that when I approach conversations with a positive attitude, I'm more likely to listen actively and engage genuinely. This has fostered deeper connections with friends and family. For instance, I remember a heart-to-heart with a close friend where I was able to be fully present, thanks to my positive mindset that day. It led to a meaningful exchange that strengthened our bond. Moreover, positivity can also serve as a buffer during conflicts. When disagreements arise, I try to maintain a constructive mindset. This allows me to address issues without getting defensive or combative. Instead of seeing the other person as an adversary, I view them as a partner in problem solving. It's a game changer. I've seen how approaching conflicts with compassion rather than hostility can lead to resolutions that satisfy both parties. Ultimately, cultivating a positive mindset isn't just about personal happiness, it's about nurturing the relationships that matter most to me. I've learned that when I prioritize positivity, I'm better equipped to show up for others. This creates a ripple effect, enhancing not just my life, but the lives of those around me. It's a beautiful cycle that reinforces the importance of maintaining a positive outlook. Using Bible verses or inspiring quotes in morning devotionals. Integrating Bible verses or inspiring quotes into my morning devotionals has enriched my spiritual practice immensely. Each morning, I take time to reflect on a specific verse that resonates with me. For example, Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," has been a powerful reminder of resilience. It encourages me to face challenges head-on, reinforcing my belief in divine support. Incorporating such verses into my routine sets a positive tone for the day ahead. In addition to scriptures, I love exploring quotes from various thinkers and authors. One that stands out to me is by Maya Angelou. "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." This quote is a beautiful reminder of the power of choice, and perspective. It inspires me to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. Reflecting on quotes like this during my devotionals adds richness to my spiritual journey. The practice of writing these verses or quotes in my journal has also been transformative. It encourages me to engage with the text more deeply. I might jot down my thoughts on how a particular verse applies to my life, or what it inspires me to do that day. This act of writing solidifies my understanding and commitment to living out the values expressed in those words. Moreover, I often find that sharing these verses with friends or family can foster deeper conversations about faith and life. For instance, when I share a verse that has touched me, it often opens the door for others to express their thoughts and experiences. This exchange not only strengthens my connections with others, but also enriches my understanding of the verse itself. Lastly, I've learned that revisiting the same verse or quote over time can reveal new layers of meaning. What resonates with me today might hold a different significance a few months down the line. This evolving relationship with scripture and quotes keeps my devotional practice fresh and engaging, always offering new insights that guide me on my journey. Strategies for incorporating moments of silence and reflection in prayer. In my prayer practice, I've discovered the profound impact of incorporating moments of silence and reflection. Initially, I used to rush through my prayers, driven by a desire to check it off my to-do list. However, I soon realized that slowing down and allowing for silence transforms my experience. One effective strategy I adopted is setting a timer for a few minutes of quiet before or after my prayers. This dedicated time helps me center my thoughts and truly connect with the divine presence I'm seeking. Another technique I've found helpful is focusing on my breath during these silent moments. As I inhale and exhale, I visualize releasing tension and inviting peace into my heart. This practice not only calms my mind, but also prepares me to engage more fully in prayer. It's amazing how a few deep breaths can shift my state of being, allowing me to approach prayer with a more open heart and mind. In addition to breathing, I often use a mantra or a word to anchor my silence. For example, I might silently repeat the word peace as I sit in stillness. This helps to quiet my racing thoughts and cultivates a sense of tranquility. Over time, I've noticed that this practice enhances my overall mindfulness, allowing me to carry that sense of peace into my day. Reflecting on my intentions during these moments of silence has also proven invaluable. After my prayers, I take a few moments to contemplate what I've just expressed. I ask myself how I can embody those intentions throughout the day. This reflection adds depth to my prayer, transforming it from a mere routine into a meaningful dialogue with the divine. Lastly, I've learned to embrace the power of silence as a form of listening. Instead of viewing it as a void, I see it as an opportunity to hear the whispers of guidance that often go unnoticed in the noise of daily life. This shift in perspective has made my prayer practice feel more dynamic and responsive. It reminds me that prayer is not just about speaking, but also about being receptive to the wisdom that surrounds me. The practice of visualization as part of the blessing process. Visualization has become an integral part of my blessing process, and it's fascinating how it can elevate my intentions. When I set aside time to visualize what I wish to attract into my life, it creates a vivid mental picture that aligns my energy with my desires. For instance, if I'm blessing myself with abundance, I'll visualize what that abundance looks and feels like. I imagine the joy of financial freedom, the experiences I'll have, and even the gratitude that comes with it. This mental imagery makes my blessings feel more tangible. One technique that works well for me is to create a vision board. I gather images, quotes, and symbols that represent my aspirations and display them prominently in my space. Each time I see the board, it serves as a powerful reminder of my blessings and the life I'm creating. This visual representation not only inspires me, but also reinforces my commitment to manifesting those blessings in the physical realm. Additionally, I practice visualization during my prayer time. As I offer blessings, I take a few moments to close my camera. The importance of consistency in daily prayer. You know, when it comes to prayer, I've come to realize that consistency is key. It's like any habit, really. You start with good intentions, but if you don't stick with it, the impact fades away. For me, making prayer a daily ritual has brought a sense of peace and stability to my chaotic life. I wake up each morning, and before I dive into the day's demands, I take a moment to center myself. This consistency creates a rhythm that my mind and spirit crave. I often think about how easy it is to let life get in the way. I'll pray tomorrow, I tell myself when I'm rushing out the door, or when my mind is filled with a million thoughts. But I've learned that those are the moments when prayer is most crucial. Just a few minutes of focused prayer can recalibrate my day. Whether it's a heartfelt conversation or a simple acknowledgement of my hopes and fears, that consistent connection helps me navigate through whatever life throws at me. Over time, I noticed that my prayers evolved. In the beginning, I would often pray for specific things: success in my job, good health for my loved ones, and peace in my personal life. But as I continued this daily practice, my focus shifted. I began to pray for guidance, clarity, and the strength to accept whatever comes my way. It's almost as if the act of being consistent in prayer opened my eyes to deeper needs and desires that I hadn't fully recognized before. There's also something incredibly grounding about knowing that I'm setting aside this time each day. It's my little sanctuary, a moment carved out just for me and my thoughts. I look forward to it, and that anticipation keeps me coming back. Each prayer builds upon the last, creating a tapestry of intentions and reflections that weave together my spiritual journey. It's comforting to know that this practice is mine, and it's a commitment I can always rely on. Ultimately, I've come to see my daily prayer as more than just a routine. It's a lifeline. It's a reminder that amidst the chaos, I can find a moment of stillness and connection. This consistency in prayer has not only enriched my spiritual life, but has also influenced my overall well-being. The more I commit to it, the more I see its effects ripple through every aspect of my existence. How to deal with negative thoughts. During devotional. Let's be honest, we all have those days. You know, the ones where negative thoughts creep in like uninvited guests at a party. They disrupt the flow and make it difficult to focus on what truly matters. I've faced my fair share of these moments, especially during my devotional time. It can be frustrating when you sit down to pray or reflect, and instead of peace, your mind is bombarded with doubts and worries. When I first started my devotional practice, I thought I had to banish all negative thoughts completely. But I learned that's not only unrealistic, it's also counterproductive. Instead of fighting against those thoughts, I began to acknowledge them. I'd say to myself, "Okay, I see you there, doubt. I recognize that you're part of the human experience." This acknowledgement often diminishes their power over me. When I accept that negativity is a natural part of life, I can let it float by rather than wrestling with it. Another strategy I found helpful is to reframe those negative thoughts. When I catch myself thinking, "I'm not good enough," I consciously shift that to, "I am growing and learning." This small change in perspective can make a world of difference. It's like switching on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, the shadows of doubt don't seem so daunting. I remind myself of my strengths and the progress I've made, which helps me regain focus on my prayer. Sometimes, I also find solace in scripture or affirmations during my devotional. When negativity starts seeping in, I pull out verses that resonate with me, such as, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." These words act like a shield against negativity, redirecting my thoughts toward hope and encouragement. It's a powerful reminder that I'm not alone in my struggles. Lastly, I've learned to be patient with myself. There will be days when negativity feels overwhelming, and that's okay. I've come to understand that it's all part of the journey. What matters is that I keep showing up, even when my mind is cluttered. Each time I return to my devotional practice, I reinforce the habit of seeking peace and connection, no matter how tumultuous my thoughts may be. The impact of blessings on mental and physical health. I can't tell you how transformative the practice of counting blessings has been for me. It's incredible to think about how something so simple can have profound effects on both mental and physical health. When I started consciously acknowledging my blessings, I noticed a shift in my overall outlook. Instead of getting caught up in what I lack or what's going wrong, I began to focus on the abundance around me. Research supports what I've experienced personally. Gratitude is linked to lower levels of stress and anxiety. When I take a moment to reflect on my blessings, big or small, I feel a wave of positivity wash over me. It's as if my mind is rewiring itself to seek out the good, even in challenging situations. This shift in focus not only lightens my mood, but also boosts my immune system. Who knew that something as simple as gratitude could have such tangible benefits? Physically, I've noticed that my body responds better when I'm in a grateful state. I sleep better, my energy levels improve, and I feel more motivated to take care of myself. There's a connection between mental and physical health that we often overlook. When my mind is at peace, my body tends to follow suit. It's all interconnected, and cultivating a practice of recognizing blessings has helped me foster a healthier lifestyle. I also find that sharing my blessings with others amplifies this effect. When I express gratitude, whether through prayer, conversation, or even journaling, I create a ripple effect. It encourages those around me to reflect on their own blessings, creating a circle of positivity. I've seen how this simple act can uplift not only my spirit, but the spirits of those I love. Ultimately, the practice of acknowledging blessings has become a cornerstone of my well-being. It's a reminder that, even in the midst of life's chaos, there is always something to be thankful for. By focusing on those blessings, I cultivate resilience, health, and a deeper appreciation for life. It's a practice that has enriched my journey in ways I never anticipated, and for that, I am truly grateful. The relationship between faith and action in the pursuit of life changes. When I think about the relationship between faith and action, I can't help but reflect on my own journey. It's one thing to have faith in something greater than myself, but translating that faith into action has been where the real transformation happens. I've come to understand that having faith is like planting a seed. It requires nurturing, attention, and most importantly, action to grow. At times, I felt stuck, waiting for divine intervention to solve my problems. I realized that faith without action often leads to frustration. I needed to take proactive steps toward my goals, all while trusting that I was being guided. This blend of faith and action has propelled me forward in ways I never thought possible. When I align my steps with my beliefs, I create a pathway for change to unfold. One powerful lesson I learned was that faith doesn't always mean certainty. There have been moments when I took action without knowing the outcome. It was scary, but I had faith that I was on the right path. Each time I stepped out of my comfort zone, I realized that I was building trust, not just in the universe or a higher power, but in myself. This newfound confidence fueled my determination to continue moving forward, even in the face of uncertainty. I also discovered that prayer plays a crucial role in this dynamic. When I pray for guidance and clarity, I'm not just asking for things to happen. I'm inviting insight into the actions I need to take. Every morning, I carve out time for prayer, and I can honestly say it has reshaped my life in ways I never anticipated. One of the most significant changes I've noticed is my mindset. I used to wake up feeling overwhelmed by the day ahead, but now I approach each morning with a sense of purpose. My prayers have helped me set a positive tone for the day, reminding me of my goals and the things I'm grateful for. This shift in perspective has transformed the way I handle challenges, making me more resilient and optimistic. I've also witnessed changes in my relationships. When I dedicate time to prayer, I find myself more patient and understanding with others. It's as if the act of connecting with my inner self opens my heart to those around me. I've become more empathetic, and as we wrap up this powerful morning devotional, I want you to take a moment and reflect on the blessings you just spoke over your life. Did you feel that shift in your spirit? Each word you declare holds the power to shape your reality. As Hebrews reminds us, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. What if I told you that by speaking blessings, you're not just hoping for change, but actively inviting it into your life? Now, think about this. What would your day look like if you truly believed in the words you spoke? How would your interactions change? Wouldn't you approach challenges with a renewed strength? Remember, the enemy wants to steal your joy, but your voice is a weapon. Are you ready to wield it? As you step out into the world today, carry those blessings with you. Share them with others. Let your words create an atmosphere of hope and positivity. And before you go, I challenge you. Take a moment to write down 3 blessings you want to manifest this week. Will you take that step? Together, let's change our lives, one blessing at a time. Keep speaking, keep believing, and watch how God moves.